Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chains. So, I actually want to make a video talking about specifically one of my new favorite apps on base. So, this is something, I've seen now for about probably a couple weeks. This is vibe.fun. So, before we even cover that, which I'll get into like how to use it, what it is, because there's a lot to it, but I think it is going to be something that completely takes over the timeline, and we're actually already seeing it um, with Magic Eden kind of implementing the same style, same idea. So let's look it up. So we got vibe.market. So this is the official Twitter, vibe.market, the front page of crypto. Buy, open, and trade liquid trading cards, aka LTCs. We have no token. Go support our creators instead. So someone actually made a tweet about this today, which is kind of good because I wanted to give you guys a rundown. So it's unlocking a new meta with card coins, which personally, I guess you can call them card coins. But bottom line, anyone can create tokenized packs of NFTs. When you buy a pack, what I'm doing is buying a fixed amount of the underlying token, which we'll get into BSBL tokens here, and burning them in exchange for a pack. Each pack contains one random card from the collection, so you can leave the pack unopened, speculating on future demand, similar to how when you minted an NFT in 2021, 2022, how some of the NFTs were unrevealed. It's kind of the same idea. You can open a pack, you can buy a pack with the token, leave it unopened or unrevealed, or you can take the risk, rip that bitch open, see what you got, and take either a massive L or an insane win, just like NFTs. You can rip the pack open for the reveal. This turns reveals from a one-time event to an on-demand event, which that is something about this I love. The NFT that I can receive when I open a pack will be random and come with a rarity: common, epic, mythic, legendary, blah blah blah. Each rarity can be burnt, redeemed for the collector's token if desired. So bottom line, if I buy a pack for $10, open a common, I could redeem it for like $1. Exactly. If I happen to get a legendary, I could redeem it for $2,000. If I redeem the pack without opening it, I'd get back like $9 worth of tokens. In this way, opening packs feels a bit like doing a scratch off lottery ticket. And this person loves the approach because it solves the liquidity issues with NFTs, encourages opening, burning, and swapping. So bottom line, I absolutely fucking love this. Because I had a thesis months ago that NFTs would come back in crypto, but they're not going to come back in the same way that we've thought about before. I had a feeling that Pokemon cards and digital Pokemon cards in some way, shape, or form are going to be the kind of idea or style behind it. But after I saw this platform, I actually did not think that this kind of idea was initially what I was thinking of, but after I saw it, I'm like, yo, this is literally the future of where NFTs are going to head. So now let's get into it to give you guys a better rundown. So you can go to so the website is actually vibechain.com/market. So this is the platform. So you obviously have a search button. You can search whatever coins. We'll cover a couple tokens here as well. So we got inventory. So if you can connect your wallet, your base wallet, Coinbase wallet, MetaMask, whatever you want. So what you would do is you would connect your wallet, and now you have the different packs that you can choose from. So we got the trending tab, which has a ton of different packs that are trending. And the thing is too, I'll get into at the end. When I first started looking at this, I'm like, yo, like what the fuck do I even buy? Like, what is hype? What is not? What do you look for? I'll get into all of that stuff because I've spent weeks trying to understand this and learning it. So bear with me here. This is if you want to use the platform and get familiar. So the tab on the left, guys, is just this, I'd look at if you're kind of just curious, but this is just a tab of people opening different cards. But keep in mind, it's sometimes, you get the founder of a card pack, he'll end up making one, and then he rips open 25 of his own. Like, you got to just watch for who is ripping things open, things like that. But, there are different NFT packs, kind of just like basically NFT collections that are created almost every day, if not every day, a ton of them. So then if you go into, whether it's Dope Animals comics, right? Why don't we do, we'll go into this one, conspiracy. So choose the pack. So bottom line, this is going to be the pack. You can create all the art. If you go to my collection here on the top, this is going to show you just all the cards that are actually in it. You can click it, you can see what they are. Oh, close is down there. Overview, this is going to show you the chart of the actual NFT pack. This is, you got a 7-day, you got a 30-day, 3-day, 24 hours. But with many of the packs, if they are prominent enough, if they get enough volume, if they're, consistent enough, they actually all have tokens attached to them. I'll show you guys a perfect example. One of my favorite card packs, which I personally do own some of these, so keep that in mind. But we got meme pack cards, but just for an example to show you. So what the person was saying in the tweet earlier is you got the pack that you can buy, you sign in, and then if you want to buy one, you can hit this. So you can see here we got, if I want to buy 3 packs, price per pack is $79. Total price, this is what you'd pay. What that would mean is that now you own 3 different packs. Or if you wanted to get exposure to this kind of NFT pack, if you will, you actually can go to Deck Screener. And again, not all, I would say most of them do not even have tokens that are able to trade on Deck Screener yet. I think because the platform's so new and there's just not much volume, or in comparison to what I believe it will be. But you can actually type in Park, and then you can go to Park Meme Cards. So this is the token that is actually tied to those NFT packs. And what that means is, like, if you wanted to just buy a certain percent of supply, let's say you wanted to buy whatever, like 100K Park cards, what would that be? So $78, right? If you wanted to buy 100,000 meme Park cards because you wanted to buy a pack, you could just on the open market on Deck Screener buy this. Go into here, you can pay with Park to actually, buy the card pack itself, or you can pay with ETH. What that means is you mint the pack from your wallet. From the Park, it's going to deduct the Park tokens you bought for the pack itself. And what I've noticed too is the price per pack, these charts here, they kind of coincide with the market cap of the tokens. Sorry, I got some random Zora tokens up still. But if you can see here, the market cap is around 786K here. The price of the meme packs, is right around $79. So you can kind of look at it like that. There's still a little bit behind the scenes with it that I'm trying to understand. So I've actually been trying to talk to the founder a little bit to just learn a little bit more. But this pack I think is hilarious. Like, they are basically South Park-esque meme cards. But yeah, they got a lot of cool ones. And what I like about it though is the creator of these is very active. He's been super, open on the platform. His name's Ink. So the other part about the platform you need to know is, so if you're looking up different cards, right, you found one, biggest thing you want to look at is now you're going to scroll down from here. You're going to see this info here. It's actually going to link the Twitter accounts to the people that are making these NFT packs. And this is Ink MFer. So this is the person that created those NFTs for Meme Park. And then you can kind of go in and see, who is this person? What are they doing? Are they prominent in the space? Are they a digital artist? Are they doing this, that, the other thing? And you can see who they are, what they're doing with the protocol, or I'm sorry, what they're doing with the their art for their packs. And then from there, if it says verified, that's going to be the legitimate pack created from them. But keep in mind, I actually personally, so I've DGen on this platform for like a week and a half now. I've personally bought by accident tons of scam packs of the same, not specifically this one, but of other packs. So make sure that that verified thing down here, this is actually their X account. And make sure if you're looking at a token or you see on Twitter that someone's talking about one of these packs, make sure it is the legitimate one. Make sure it is verified. A lot of the newer ones are not going to be fully verified, but just make sure you pay attention to that every time. As you can see, so we got BSBL. So this is baseball cards. So as you can see, this is actually the most prominent pack in, on the platform. This is called baseball cards. And same thing, we can go to the creator here, which is more Lacos. We can go to the X account. So he is one of the creators. I think there's multiple that actually made this, this baseball collectible cards. But these are just very prominent ones here. And as you can see, the price of it is legitimately $2,500 for a single pack. Let me get fucking rid of the Zora shit. So if we go to BSBL, oh, wow, I'm surprised I can't find that. You're kidding. But yeah, I mean, bottom line, if you want to also, you can go into the. I'm trying to think. Yeah, why is that not showing up? That's weird. Okay, there. Oh, because there's no volume. That's why. So at the current moment, this is going to be the BSBL token. It operates the same exact way, but as you can see, this is now at 25 million in market cap, in comparison to something like the Park one, which was under a million. So it's like as specific packs rise in value, it actually is going to push a lot of these tokens' value up at the same time, and so that's kind of a rundown of the platform itself. They got quests, different bounties if you wanted to do it, but that's just like the rundown of it. They got different tabs here. So they got trending, which, are just the packs that are kind of trending, getting the most volume. People are aping randomly. But as you can see, most of these packs, they start under $1, and then maybe they're $1 or $2. So you could buy 100 packs for $200 on this one, right? But then that's going to be the trending tab. You got the top, which these right now are some of the most prominent packs in the, I guess, within this platform right now. Like I said, we got BSBO, which is the baseball cards, the meme park cards, DGen Cat Girls. I don't know too much about this one at all, but we actually got the Banker card pack, which I assume is tied to BankerBot. And then you got a ton of other ones here that some of them have a lot of prominence, others don't. So the last thing though, because like I said, when I first started looking at this, my biggest question was like, okay, well, so like it's like, how do you even know what is valuable? Like what makes a pack actually valuable? So like I said before, it is going to be who launches the pack specifically, and how active are they, whether it's within the Vibe market community or things like that. And like I said, you can actually go to the vibe.market Twitter account. You can always just check on the tokens or the packs that the founder and or the account are actually retweeting, and then you want to go into the specific individuals and see what they're up to. Like I said, if they are, are they other NFT artists? Are they doing anything like different, experimental? Because what you want to look for is you want to see what kind of people are behind it, and then what are they building out of it? Because if they're just creating art and they're doing absolutely nothing with it, it's just an experiment or just for fun, I wouldn't be buying it. But if, for example, there are like tokens or packs that are, for example, tied to the team specifically, or if there are prominent people that, have been, kind of chilling constantly, on this platform, people that are just bullish on the platform that are constantly using it, are they building packs and what are they doing with it? So like I said, like the meme pack cards, personally, like I said, these are my favorite right now. They are, higher in price, obviously, but the behind it, this person has just been very prominent in this little niche here, and he's actually, he's worked with some pretty big names. He is an artist himself, and he actually has created a cartoon, and I think he's got multiple series of this cartoon based on his literal NFT pack. Just to give you guys one random example. But like I said, I think this platform is just dope. A lot of the other platforms, there's not a platform like this right now, aside from the Pokemon card platforms, which I actually wanted to make a video covering that probably like 2 months ago. But I cover that in Discord a bunch. But the reason why I like this one specifically is these NFTs, any single individual can make these and create them and drop a pack. You can, I don't know what people want to do with them, but it's like if you wanted to, you can create some sort of utility with them. But I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, great, bro, NFTs are back. Like, let's get rugged again. Let's fucking lose our shirts on NFTs." I'm just trying to give you guys what I think is just honestly one of the dopest recent applications on base that is fully functional, and it's something that you can start looking into and be fairly early on because I don't think there is any attention on this right now. And like I said, owning maybe a couple different packs, like I said, probably the most prominent ones. I definitely, maybe if you want to spend an ETH, 1 ETH, yeah. I'm thinking an ETH is 2,500. No, if you wanted to buy some of this, you know, not financial advice, of course, but this would be the most prominent one. Meme pack cards, like I said, I own a lot of these. Very bullish on this. Um, there's baseball cabal, which I think is one of the most slept on ones currently. There's a bunch of other ones, but like I said, outside of like maybe a handful, these are going to be very up and down. I would not be, trying to degen 5 to 10K, like throwing at it like it's you're fucking like burning money. Like be very, very cautious if you're buying these because most of these right now are just it's almost like memes. We haven't seen any crazy teams come in, build them, some sort of utility for any of these packs yet. I know it will be coming for sure. I've zero doubt in my mind. But like I said, for now, definitely be cautious trying to ape into these. But that's what I wanted to cover. I'm not paid to do this. I've never partnered with any single project since I started YouTube, really ever. Never been paid for anything like that. I don't do paid posts, shills, nothing like that. This is a platform I genuinely think is one of the dopest things ever because like I said, this combines everything that I think is just going to be the future from initially it was like NFT like Pokemon card packs, being ripped open to bring in actual NFTs back in a way that's different. Three, the fact that this card ripping idea and meta is already here, but this is actually like the one platform that isn't just so focused on like Pokemon cards or actual collectibles. This is basically a crypto culture based pack platform. And we actually saw Magic Eden. I'm gonna pull it up. They just tweeted about it. Not this platform, but they just tweeted about the idea with the packs. Like what, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So as you can see, Magic Eden is already picking up on this. That is where I think this is very bullish and why this is going to continue to grow. But not even just vibe.market itself. I do think this Pokemon NFT meta at some point is going to take off. Again, granted, this isn't the end of the cycle. Granted, we're not going to zero from here, right? So I know things have been horrendous the last probably week or so. Ever since the liquidation event, market has been unbelievably choppy, guys. So just be cautious. But like I said, I still love to see top tier platforms being built. And this is actually the founder. Her name is Nicolette.vibe on Twitter. Hi, I'm Nico. Like I said, that is what I wanted to talk about. It's probably my favorite platform on base right now. I think this is, again, not even from an investment perspective, but just as an actual platform that I think is super fun. Using it myself, like I've just collected and bought a fuck ton of random cards the last week and a half, just for fun. I don't really care. Aside from the few that I mentioned that are actually prominent, I'm just having fun using this. I haven't felt this much fun with a crypto app and platform in a long time. That is why I wanted to cover this. But yeah, so go have fun, go experiment. I just kind of wanted to bring this platform to light. Like I said, this isn't like it's not like they have a token and it's gonna 100x, guys. I just think this platform is fucking dope, and I guarantee within minimum of like 2 weeks to maybe a month or so, this platform is probably gonna take over at some point, even if it's for short term. I just know it will. The fact that anyone can come in and create their own NFT pack that people can also buy when there's going to be a token attached to it. Zero doubt this doesn't take off. I give it, like I said, a month max. Granted, the market is not going to zero, right? So that's what I got for you guys today. I wanted to just cover this. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.